Hey there, lovely people. Sorry, that's my budgie. He's my little bird. He's over there talking to himself. I thought I would give you an update about what's been going on and why I've been uploading less, and the exciting new things that are going to be coming in the future. I've got some notes here on the screen, so pardon me if I don't look you directly in the face, but I might be reading off of some notes. First note is that I'm coming into my own. What I essentially mean by this is that I feel like I've got a good understanding of how to make ASMR videos now, and I feel confident enough that I can make something with high enough quality that I'm proud enough to show it. Previously, I'd been making videos with the intent to get better creatively, to learn more things about audio engineering, to get better at video production. My bird is having the time of his life right now. I usually have him on the other side of the house when I'm recording. You can see why. He's saying good boy over and over. Anyway, sorry about the distraction. So, let's get into what's happening. I've been slowing down production and recording recently because my microphone setup has been glitching out a little bit. You might have seen that I posted something saying that the mic wasn't really working. You may have heard the glitchy kind of sounds, and it's not only because of the Blue Yeti, but I think there's actually multiple problems within my recording setup. So I'm completely going all in, basically. I have invested in getting the full, pretty close to top of the line, not top of the line, but what a lot of professional ASMR artists use to give you really good and immersive sound experiences. So, I'm getting two of these, the Rode NT1A, which is one of those, proper studio condenser microphones that ASMR artists have on either side of the camera. So they'll have them here and here, and usually they'll have them spread out about 7 inches, or about how wide someone's head is, to pretend to be what each ear is. That's how, if you're watching any of the big ASMR artists, they whisper here and it's in this ear, they whisper here, it's in this ear. That's because they have 2 microphones set up. So I've invested in that. I did a lot of research into what the best microphone is. I can't start recording yet with the new setup, however, because I'm waiting for my sound audio interface to come in. I ordered the Scarlett 414, which is an audio interface, is basically something that you have to plug in your XLR cords. This is a USB microphone. These new ones are real studio microphones, and they don't reuse that technology. They have to use XLR cables. My bird is having a full chat to himself. He says, good boy, Kanan. He says, hi, baby. He goes, and he goes, and he goes, mwah, mwah. He leans in and kisses you. It's all very sweet. Anyway, sorry about getting sidetracked, but I tend to do that when I don't have a set out, exactly planned video. I'm going to have 2 of those microphones, one on either side. I've ordered 2 microphone setup holders. The main problem with my setup before was that it was actually quite hard for me to do a lot of the ASMR because of the physical positioning of where the microphone was. I tried really hard to make this work, but this is something that I've just had to figure out on my own, really. The new audio interface is coming in. I'm going to be able to plug both of them in, both of the microphones in, and then I'm really hoping that this will give you all a much better sound quality experience. The next thing is that I want to change the phase of what the channel's goal is now. So, or not necessarily the goal, but what I'm going to be doing. For the last year and a half, maybe, I've been dedicated to study. Basically, study about audio, about video. I've taken most of the lynda.com or LinkedIn Learning tutorials about video editing and cinematography and lighting. And so now I have a very solid understanding of those concepts. The thing that was holding me back for the majority of the time was just a lack of funds for production. And so now I'm in a phase where I think I have what it takes to make some really good stuff. And what I want to do is get the channel to be in a position where I can get the funds to be able to really go all in and invest and make great characters, and also to be able to support myself so I can work less and spend more time on YouTube, which is my passion and which I've set out to do to help people. And so I'm going to be networking a lot more with other ASMR artists. So you'll see a lot more collaborations with other ASMR people. I'll be doing videos where I cater a little bit more to the YouTube algorithm, not by doing more clickbaity titles or anything like that, but by doing more heavily searched terms. It sounds like something that would limit your creative freedom, but I'm, studying to be a creative professional at university, and I personally, in my life, whenever I've seen individuals with constraints, creative constraints, that's actually when you get most of your creativity, is when you have to find creative solutions to your problems. So the fact that I'm going to have to make videos where it's like cranial nerve exam, trigger words, trigger sounds, all of that classic stuff, is just going to mean that that's a creative constraint that I have, and I'm going to have to find some unique way to flip that myself. I don't have any problem with that. I think that's a fun and good challenge, and people that are creatives should purposefully try and constrain themselves to find creative workarounds. That's a very important part of the creative workflow, in my opinion. And so I'm going to be doing that. This also means that I'm going to be asking you guys to really support me through this. So, of course, doing all the classic things like liking and sharing, and following and everything like that. Because I'm going to try and make each video good. And I hope you'll be around for it. It's sad that there has to be money involved. In anything where there's passion, you don't want there to be money involved, because you don't want to do what you want to do for an extrinsic motivator. You want to be intrinsically motivated. And I don't want to lose that. So I don't want this to ever become about money. But sadly, there's a part of the reality where you just have to have enough money to live. So that's why I want to get, the audience a bit larger, so that I can go on to the next stage of the channel where I can really dedicate myself to it, because this is what, I love to do. And so, yeah, I think that's the main stuff that I had to say. And also that, of course, the reason I make these videos is to be of benefit to the audience. I don't make these videos because it satisfies a creative need within me particularly. I like the creative aspect for it, but primarily I'm doing this because I think it is a helpful resource to other people, and it is a creative outlet for me. But, if this wasn't helpful to other people, I would be fine finding another outlet. But I'm doing this because I really notice there are a lot of people that tell me specifically that this does help. And so I'm very passionate about that. And shout out to all of the different ASMR artists that have helped me along the way. There are too many to mention that have helped me. Some notable ones with my actual microphone setup and positioning and stuff. Well, there's Rapunzel ASMR. She helped me a lot with camera angles and zoom, and helped me learn how to hide the microphone. That's a big thing in role plays, is figuring out how do you actually hide a microphone when it has to be in shot. That's also just a classic part of filmmaking as well. Matty ASMR. I didn't get to talk to him about it, but I did watch his video about the best microphones in ASMR, and he actually used the Rode NT1, which is an older version of this. This is the Rode NT1A, which I think is just probably a better condenser microphone because it's newer. So I learned some of the stuff from him, but also just all of my awesome friends in the ASMR community. There are too many to name off. Bearded Audio, I think that's his channel, is a classic in the ASMR community, and I think everyone really respects him, and he's kind of like a hidden backbone to a lot of the community and really gives good advice because he knows what he's talking about with audio. So there's all of that out of the way. In terms of uploading schedule, I think what you can expect is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at the moment. That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking doing something like maybe possibly Wednesdays as a meditation, and then flipping what the other days are and having Saturday be the big roleplay day. I don't know yet. I'd like to know what you guys think about that. Another thing is also Patreon. I started Patreon, I talked about this before, but I started it as a little test because I didn't really know anything about how to be a good Patreon, creator, how to be good to my patrons or anything like that. So the first few months that I've been doing this for an experiment, and I think really only the people that have signed up were people that signed up because they wanted to support me. I'm not really doing any big Patreon things, but with this turn of quality, I'm going to start doing consistent Patreon stuff, of course, to entice more people in, but also just because I like making ASMR, and I, of course, want to be good to the people that are giving me money to, upgrade my equipment and everything. So there'll be Patreon exclusive videos and blah, 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 stuff like that. I think that's everything I had to say, but it's just that the videos are going to come out consistently. They're going to be very heavily edited and planned. And I'm also going to expand to do a bunch of different types of ASMR. I know that trigger sounds ASMR, personally I listen to it heaps, but then I don't end up making it as much as I listen to it, and perhaps that is a problem, because I think as a creative maybe you should also try and make what you like as well. But there is sometimes a gap between what you like creating and what you like consuming. That's something I think I'll have to ponder about a little bit more. But yeah, it'll be a few days. I think the audio interface on Amazon, it says it'll arrive on the 10th of August. So it may end up being, what day is it today? It's the 29th today for me, so for you it'll be the 30th, or the 29th. because Australia is ahead. So I think it could be maybe 10 days or 2 weeks till the next videos will really start getting pumped out consistently. And I think I'm just here to tell you what's going on with my life, because, you know, I've really liked ASMR for a lot of the time that I've been growing up. I'm pretty young, but, you know, like I started watching it in 2012, and that was my first year of high school, and I'm still watching it now in 2021. So me watching ASMR growing up and stuff did have an impact on me, I think, especially watching people like Ephemeral Rift in particular. I think they had a big impact on my life, and, you know, this isn't something that I'm likely to die out of in terms of a passion. So I thought it's time to upgrade. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, just hold on and just wait the few weeks, please, if you can. Don't forget about the channel or anything. And I will be back, and the videos are going to be awesome. And I would just love to ask all of you to check them out, if you can. That would be really nice. And I will hopefully see you there. So see you in a few weeks. All right. Love you guys.